Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. We obviously saw some pretty significant TTK updates with the Season 4 Reloaded update. They made some weapons kill very, very quickly, almost to the point where they were extremely broken. Other weapons actually saw some slight nerfs because of this update, but today we are breaking down 5 of the fastest TTK weapons in the game right now. So if you're just looking to absolutely fry, these are the guns you want to drop in with. And we are starting first with none other than the ISO 45. It actually caught some slight nerfs with Season 4 Reloaded, but yes, it is still one of the fastest and best TTK options in the game for the close range. According to sim.gg and True Game Data, that's where I've sourced all the different TTK stats for today, so it's coming from the best of the best. The ISO's got about a 990 millisecond TTK all the way out to 27 meters, which, all things considered, when you look at the other SMGs at that range, that is ridiculously impressive. That is far and away better than the other SMG options. And of course, from 0 to 27, it's still going to be one of the better choices as well. Now, when it comes to the ISO setup, it's relatively the same as what I've been talking about recently. I have made one change though in the past few days, just for my overall level of comfortability with the gun, and that is dropping a muzzle or a compensator here in favor of a blue dot. The iron sights are sort of a preference thing here on the ISO, so hey, if you're fine with the irons, you could always drop the blue dot and go back for, you know, a barrel, a compensator, even like overpressured or frangible ammo. It's totally up to you, but for me, the blue dot just has me feeling a little bit more confident with my shot here, which is just going to lead to me winning more gunfights, right? I tune for that further side position and faster ADS as always. We got the 7 milliwatt laser on there for the faster ADS and sprint to fire, pretty standard there. Tunes to enhance that as well. 45 round drum, your basic extended mag. The sheer rear grip for that better ADS and sprint to fire as well. Even more tunes to enhance that. Then I go for the cheetah stock. This is going to increase all sorts of mobility, your sprint speed, your crouch movement speed, your strafe speed, your ADS speed. You can tune for even better strafe and ADS. So this thing is going to absolutely fry, but it's also going to be flying at the same time, which is the best combination you can have here in Warzone. The Sakin MG38 is also a surprisingly good and fast TTK choice here. After the update, over range is really where this thing excels, and it's extra convenient because this is one of the easier weapons to use in the game. Now, as far as the TTK stats go, it's got a 1033 millisecond TTK, or just over a second long TTK at 63 meters, which on paper, and you hear that 1 second long, that might not seem like it's all that fast, but that's actually beating out the RAL at that range, which is obviously one of the powerhouse options in the game, and it's better than a lot of the other mid to long range top tier meta weapons as well, while also being so straightforward and so easy to use. And you land a couple of headshots in there and that TTK gets bumped up even faster, which with this weapon and how straightforward it is, it's not difficult to land a couple of headshots back to back. So here we're running the AMOV V4 furthest eye position, faster ADS, Stip 40 rear grip for that better recoil control straight up, making this gun even easier to use and even more of a laser beam. Edge 47 here, it's that slightly lighter underbarrel, so it's not going to slow you down as much, but it's still going to offer some stability and some stabilization. Polar fire at suppressor is also a lighter suppressor, so no major ADS slowdown in comparison to some of the heavier ones. You're not getting control out of this, but frankly, the build doesn't really need it all that much. It does add in that extra velocity and range though. Then I like the feel of the Silver Series barrel on here. Better control, better velocity, better range, tuning to enhance that even more. That said, if you're already super comfortable with this gun, you could try swapping out the Silver Series barrel for high velocity if that's something you really value in those mid to long range engagements. No real wrong answer here though. Like, regardless of how you're building out the Sakin, if you're optimizing it for the mid to long range, the thing is going to be a phenomenal choice. Now, the Lachmann 7.62 also got a serious upgrade with Season 4 Reloaded. It's good in semi-auto, but it's also ridiculously good in full auto as well. In full auto, exactly, it's got a 777 millisecond TTK out to 60 meters. So your entire mid-range and that early long range is covered with this thing. It does have a bit more recoil, so that's something you definitely have to learn and master to do well with this gun. But if you can learn it and if you can master it, good luck to anyone fighting this thing, because you are going to be looking at the gulag or the spectating screen instantaneously, right? So this setup's a bit of a new one that I've been testing out, and I really like the feel of it. AMOV V4, very standard here for the eye position, faster ADS. The 50 round drum in full auto, obviously you want to have that extended mag. Ripper 56 for some better stabilization. If you do happen to be flipping between full auto and semi-auto, this is going to be the best underbarrel there. It's going to be nice and consistent with that better stability, especially in the mid to long range. Sakin Tread 40 for the straight up better control. It's going to help mostly with vertical, but also some horizontal as well. Then recently I've been messing around with the RAPP barrel over high velocity ammo, but with the RAPP barrel you are getting better control and better velocity. Also, it's kind of weird. If you look at it here, it says just straight up better control, better velocity. If you look at the tuning menu, it says better control, better range, better velocity. So yet again, this game is functioning as intended. Either way, you want to tune for that better range and steadiness there just to make the weapon feel a lot easier over long range. I'm loving this gun right now, especially for like the resurgence maps. It's so good, but you can even master this on Al Mazrah and just completely dominate. Now, as we continue on with the best TTK options here today, if you guys are new to the channel, every day I'm your one-stop shop for all things going on in COD, news, updates, class setups, you name it, you're gonna find it right here. So be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and if you enjoyed this video, if you find it helpful at all, let me know by dropping a like on it as well, would be really appreciated. Also, little bonus intel, if you're looking for the true meta here in Warzone, it's dropping in with some G Fuel that you got using code Immortal. Right now, everything on the site will be 20 to 30% off if you throw in code Immortal at checkout, if you're looking to maybe restock your favorite flavors, or if you want to try G Fuel for the very first time. They got plenty of options for you with starter packs and starter kits in general. My top 3 flavors at the moment got to be watermelon, limeade, hype sauce, and then also clickbait's pretty good right now too. If you want to check that out, link will be down in the description below. Now, next up here, we've got the Cronen Squall, and really we're focused on the automatic, the fully auto Cronen Squall variant here, because it actually has a 914 millisecond TTK at 45 meters, which is also very impressive when you consider the other rifles and battle rifles in that general area. This thing is going to be very dominant yet again. Obviously, this was a meta for some time, and it's back towards the top of the list once more. So here, once more, we do have AMOP V4, 50-round drum here, the Ripper underbarrel in this case once more for that better stabilization and stability, Sakin tread 40 as well for the better control, just like back on the Lachmann, and then I go for the HR 6.8 barrel in this case too, which is better range, better velocity, better control. We go ahead, we tune for the better range and steadiness as well. This is very similar to the Lachmann 762 build, but it's kind of convenient because each of these feels so different that you can sort of pick your poison here. You're going to have 2 very unique weapons that each absolutely dominate in their own regard. And then lastly here, I've got the RAPP. This is personally one of my favorite guns in the game right now and has been for the past couple of weeks. It is definitely one of the more unique feeling LMGs. It's got that super fast fire rate. It's obviously a bit heavier and a bit slower, but it's just so rewarding when you're landing shots consistently with this thing, which is surprisingly easy to do given the fire rate. Its recoil is not bad at all, and you can just rip through squads, which is just a ton of fun. Like I said, this has been one of my favorite guns and one of my most used guns the past couple of weeks. As far as the TTK goes here, 991 milliseconds at 63 meters, which is very impressive given the LMG category in specific. It ends up being one of the best choices out of those. And as far as the setup here goes, we're really just focused on that control for the most part. AMOP V4, furthest eye position, faster ADS as always. TCG 10 rear grip's going to be straight up better recoil control, just making the gun even more efficient in the mid to long range. The 100 round mag, just so I don't have to reload constantly, because the reload is so slow, being that it is an LMG, you want to avoid that as much as possible, so this helps out some with that. I go for the Ripper underbarrel here once more for that better stabilization and stability. Then the Talon 5 suppressor. This is one of the heavier suppressors, but it's going to end up helping with range, velocity, and control. Kind of a slow ADS speed, but you're using an LMG. I imagine you're probably okay with having a slower ADS speed, right? We're of course tuning for better velocity and ADS speed there. One of the most fun weapons to use in the game, at least in my own opinion. It's been a ton of fun to fry with this thing lately. And that being said, those are 5 of the fastest and best TTK options in Warzone right now after the latest update. That's going to wrap things up. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. And if you're new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button on your way out to always guarantee you're up to date with MW2, Warzone, and DMZ. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.